Hello, my name is Ethan and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Harvest League 3.11. In this episode, I'm going to be doing some build reviews for my viewers. Let me get this black screen, let me get this, so you guys can submit build reviews to my Twitch. Very easy, I'll show you how. Alright, so when you're on my channel, when you're watching the stream, you get these channel points down here, and you can redeem stuff. So for 10,000 points, you can redeem a build review. For 100,000 points, you get an instant build review, because you may see that some of them are a week old, and it's because I make a video out of it. So if you want to know how, you could type exclamation build review in my chat, and then it gives you a command on how to enter your build review. It would be your profile name, character name, and why you need the build review. You can also do points to see how to earn the points, which is just literally by watching the stream, and then you get the points down here. Then you can redeem your own build review. So that's what they did. So thank you, Speedy D4, the Elementalist. Okay, so I've pulled up his POB right here. And so this is his POB, and what I saw instantly is he put 3 points here and didn't take Enduring Bond. He took 2 points here and didn't take the Jewel Socket. He took 6 points here just to take Sacrifice. And so what I did is I left his alone. I made a second POB, and I just started right away. Let's say I took out these 3 points, completed the Jewel Socket, took out 2 points from here and gave him 5 more points up into this life, and I just took out Sacrifice and gave him Indomitable Army, because instead you get 23% LE res, and in his build he wasn't running, in his helmet he's not running Elemental Army, so his stuff isn't capped in his build. His stuff, the zombie has 50% res. So now I'll show you what I did. So I took Indomitable Army, and then I also took Elemental Army. And so when you look in calculations at his zombies, then they're 80, slightly over cap. And so actually I realized I could do this. This is the power of doing it in my video and not after. Okay, so yeah, you'll have just over res, and you'll have Indomitable Army, and your shit won't die. If that's probably why you were taking Sacrifice. You have the regen from Redemption, Righteous Army, and you have the leech from this node next to Death Attunement. So then, let's go back to what he said. I know I have too many resists, but one day I'll craft an amulet like you, and then I'll lose many resists. I have 4x saved up, but what would you do next with that currency if you were me? Thanks in advance. So let's take a look at this so-called Ami that he's talking about. He has life, res, increased to yes. Yeah, so this is literally a 86 life amulet. You could probably get like a +1 physical, +1 intelligence amulet, and it would help a lot. But you don't, and it's okay. So what would I say at this point in your build? Okay, so let's say I adjusted your build from what you had to this, okay? So your old one was 320,000 damage with 5,000 life. Now you have 5,400 life and 1123 regen. So you have the same regen, more damage and more life. And then your skill tree's better. The reason it's better is because now you have the 2 large clusters ready to go, and that means some good stuff for you. So now you go, well, what should I do next? And I'm looking at like, well, if you had more damage, so your 2 options for damage is getting your amulet done. You could work towards your amulet, get a +1 physical skill gems amulet, or you can go for a double 2+2, so +1 and +1 physical and +1 intelligence, and Awakener Orbit together. I have a video on the amulet crafting if you want it. Otherwise, you could use physical crafts to craft the +1 physical skill gems. The other option is with the skill tree, you can go for the cluster jewel. So I have cluster jewel videos as well, so I'd recommend a Primordial Bond, Rotting Claws, Renewal, at least one. So I'll show you what difference this is gonna make. Give me a sec. Alright, so I decided to put in a cluster jewel to show what it would do, and so I took out the 3 points from Redemption, 3 points of life, another life point over here. Those are 7 points. And I got, this is Primordial Bond Renewal Rotting Claws, 8.2 Jewel Socket Large Cluster. So, Primordial Bond Renewal Rotting Claws, you have to now select that your minions are on full life now that you have a renewal. So the old damage was 335, the new damage is insane. Okay. And you have to also remember this is counting a Rotting Claws now, so this is amazing for us. This is way better. And then the other thing I wanted to show is potentially if you got a new Ami with +2, so ignore the physical damage reduction and the lightning res and the life, it doesn't matter. Just the +2 levels. 435 went to 537,000. So each level was worth 50k basically. Let's go and make it just a +1 physical for now, for fun. So let's take out this and see what it does differently. 482,000. So it added 50,000 for one level. It's absolutely fucking insane. I can highly recommend that. That's really powerful. Technically, yeah, those are very easy upgrades for where you're at, and you already have it in mind too with the amulet. And then your next question's probably like, well, what do I do next? And I can plan out your next thing too. It would be figure out your decks without needing as much from the skill tree. You would take this jewel socket and turn it into another large. You would take out all this decks, so you lost 2 eminences, but you'll gain them back here. And we have to take out 2 more points from somewhere. Let's assume the chaos. Oh yeah, there was a really big thing in the first skill tree that I didn't even point out yet. Holy moly, I forgot. Okay, so I have to put 2 eminences back in now. Something major from the first skill tree. Okay, 568,000, and this isn't counting, like, okay, just to point this out, the next one is, you can get, like, awakened minion damage for, like, 70C, so what would that do to your build, if it was all leveled up? 30,000 damage. If you get awakened melee fizz, it's expensive, but I'm just gonna point it out, because it's part of, like, the process. You get Intimidate. So not only did you gain damage for the Awakened Melee Fizz, but you also gain damage from Intimidate, which is from adding quality to the Awakened Melee Fizz. And I also noticed I didn't even have Power or Frenzy charges on in your build, so you actually have a lot of damage this whole time. And then, yeah, you could get the rest of your jewels, so Awakened Brutality, Awakened Multi-Strike, Awakened Generosity. Obviously, you're just filling in the rest of the Awakened Gems at that point. But this is just to show you where the rest of the upgrades are for more damage. Your build's pretty good though, man. Pretty solid. All you need really is the cluster jewels, repath the skill tree, and get the decks through items, and maybe use this instead to end Elemental Army instead. Oh, okay, so here's the big one. On your original, you had Mind Over Matter picked, and you have a Primordial Might in here, and so in my build, I run a Glorious Vanity, and that means that it converts the Mind Over Matter to Divine Flesh. You have that, so you shouldn't be using Mind Over Matter, and so Glorious Vanity would really help you a lot too. And so the fact that you had 88 Chaos Res is funny, because if you had the Glorious Vanity, the Chaos would actually help you, but now you're just over res cap until you get the Glorious Vanity. And I also noticed that when I changed your skill tree a little bit, I ruined your decks, and so you'll have to make up even more decks somewhere, and it would probably be through an item. But either way, those are my recommendations for you, sir. I hope these can help, and on to the next one. This one is Krymion. He said needs to increase survival because the damage is bonkers. Okay, so if this is literally my build, and how will I be able to upgrade it? But here we go. Let's find out. Okay, so first let's pull up his Carrion golems. In B4, it's literally the full build, and he's asking how to get more survivability. He's got the Glorious Vanity. He's got the reses. 4,400 life. Survival, eh? Rallying Cry. Do you use it? Okay, that's good. Convocation. Cast damage taken. Immortal Call with no Frost Wall. Cheeky. So you should put Flame Dash here. I'll fix it for you. So you put Flame Dash in your boot instead of the Convocation. You drop the Flame Dash and you run Frost Wall level 10. And like that's, yeah, that's gonna be in your build for survivability. Then nice. So nothing to do with skills after that. We fixed the one skill, gave him back Frost Wall, feels better, man. Next thing, he could have a better jewel here. Oh, and a way better jewel here. So he complained about survivability, and let me guess, he doesn't have Taunt Blind in the build. Yep. So replace this jewel with a Taunt Blind life jewel. Thank you. Stodge and Vice. We got, oh, you could get increased life recovery rate. I don't know what this whole prefixes cannot be changed thing is for. That's really weird. Can't you get increased life recovery rate? Okay, that looks good. 55 life is super low, but I see what you went for. You prioritized the +2 over the high life. 105 life. That's an hammy right there, dude. God damn. 70 crafted life. 78 life on the glove. Crafted life on the helm. Yeah, I think I know, dude, where all your life is. The other thing was I noticed that you should level up. So let's assume you get 3 more levels. 4529. You would take 2 points out from here, and you would spend them here. Go up to 4793. It's a lot better. If you fix up some of these items, you could probably get to like 5k, which is pretty much what I'm at. I get to 5400 at my highest for now, but I would definitely prioritize a Taunt Blind life jewel. They're not that expensive, all right? That would be the #1 thing. I would level up. I would change the skill tree to have Tireless because it's worth it for 5 points if you are taking the extra points here and have extra points. And you could raise the Chaos Res technically with 1 small cluster if you really wanted to go even tankier than what you already are. If you wanted to, yeah. But oh wait, you actually had an extra point there too. But you could almost have, wait. Is it more? 4793. Let's watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4797. There we go. And you get 4% res, 3% res. GG. I got you 4 extra life. Easy clap. This is the skill tree I recommend. And then yeah, if you leveled up 1 more time, though, it'd be ruined, and you would probably have to go path into that thing instead because you don't have enough extra points. Or yeah, the way it works out, there's not enough points to put into. And the Frost Wall will help you for projectiles, but otherwise you're literally my build, and how can I recommend anything else? Question mark. You could run the better flask, the one I'm using. This is called, what's it called? Wait, this guy wants to make a donation. Forbidden Taste. You should try to use this to recover full life on use, and it makes us take chaos damage, but we have really high chaos res. And that's the build review. Not much to review. Alright, now into another one. We got Dr. Yanitor with the build review. Profile name MTG Doomsday. Let's put this in. And his message is... Character name OWOOQWQ. Reason: see my damage with Darkness and Throne and Jewels. Wait, so it's not really a build review. He just wants me to see his insane build. Looks pretty high already. Okay, let's take a look. Alright. It takes the 3 extra points here. Probably not worth it, by the way. Take the same amount of life and you have an extra point, which you spent into strength. So you actually, yeah, you have an extra point now. So I don't know what I'll do with it, but it frees you up. You have technically, if you go to 9 to 100, yeah, 3 points, which is pretty sick actually. So then you could spend the extra points to go down there if you wanted to, or you could take 2 out of here when you go to 100, and do this, which is better, more life. Anyways, small thing, but that's not what it was for. It was damage, 876. Okay, let's take the minion life, power, frenzy charges, free feeding frenzy, maim, intimidate, Cyrus. Okay, let's look at his Carrion golems. Make sure they had all that. Yep. Okay. So he wants me to look at the damage. He uses the frost wall and all the stuff. Yay! 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 Pog! This doesn't need quality. You could actually go 0 on this and go 21. That's a small thing. But what did you do? Oh, the belt. What's his belt? Okay, so he uses the Darkness Enthroned. Oh, and a Vermilion. Okay. Wait, what? Wait, what? Yeah. Well, I knew it was over, but like, that's a little bit of a waste. And then taunt blind. Wait. $200,000 damage. 277,000 damage from the belt. That's it. Wasn't mine more? Wasn't the example I gave more damage? Yeah, it has to be. Because extra attack speed twice, and then the physical damage. So the taunt and blind. But wait, so where did you... How are you getting the extra damage? If it's not from... It's not really the belt. Oh wait, do I have 1.9? How much damage do I have? Okay, let's pull up my own. Alright, so to compare, because this is this whole point of this rebuild review, this is mine. 1.85 to his 2.179. Okay. Sure. A little bit more. Regen 986. Regen 1319. If I press a flask, any flask, we could do Quicksilver. 1481. 986. 1481. 19. Yeah. So I have 50% more life regen than you, and more life. And I gave you extra levels. Like I put you to 100 and fixed your skill tree to make up for it. And you have a Vermilion ring. So this is pretty much pointing out that I don't want to give up my Stygian Vice for this Darkness Enthroned with the additional Taunt and Blind and Liege. It's pointless. You can get 10% Ellie res on the jewel already. You don't need to double it or get 75% more. And like my jewels that I'm using in the build are already really good. So I don't really know what this obsession with the Darkness Enthroned belt is. Clearly, this is way more powerful in our build with the 24% increased life recovery rate and life and the attributes and the regen during flask effect. This fills in the things that we need more of and also amplifies all of the regen we already have in the build. You give up this life recovery rate when you go the Darkness Enthroned. So that is all. That is it. That is the comparison for your build. Thanks for the build review. Thanks for showing your thing. I guess I could also One more step would be taking... Yeah, let me edit. 1 sec. Alright, just for comparisons, I switched the belt, Darkness Enthroned, with the 2 jewels. 5,000 life, 1,106 regen, because we got an extra eminence down here. And then, yeah, 2 million. So technically your jewels are cooler than mine, because you have the extra attack speed. But then it's like, really, it's literally that close, and we're trading hundreds, 300 regen. Ew. I don't like that. I like my Stygian Vice with my regular Morbid Potent, and then you switch the extra eminence that I put in back to the Ancient Lens. And I like my 1.8. I don't need the extra damage. I'd rather the extra life regen. It makes more sense to me. Thanks for the build review. And now my final build review for today. We got Hexxus 89 still farming seeds to finish my cluster, so I have those waiting. 3x budget. Any thoughts on what to prioritize? Thanks. Sure, dude. Let's take a look. So we have this POB I've imported. Let's check its Elementalist, of course. Ah, it's this higher level character. Nice, dude. I'm glad you enjoy it so much. Next, let's check the Carrion Golems. Okay. He says 3x and what to prioritize next. Let's check his stuff. He has 1... Oh, no. Yo, if you can get Rotting Claws on this, you know, that would be great. Just slam, attack, guaranteed Rotting Claws, easy upgrade. I'm just going to add it to it right now because it's literally guaranteed. Congratulations on your really good accidental 1 added passive skill is... Congratulations on your really good jewel. Congratulations, super sick. So you get to add the extra Rotting Claws to your build right away. That's a way better jewel. Nice. Easy upgrade. Okay, the next thing. Why the fuck do you have a Jinx Juju? That's weird. Is that probably decent, I guess. That's weird. Okay. Minions on full life, Feeding Frenzy, Power Frenzy. Does he have the multi? Or any other Awakened? He has the Awakened Melee Fizz. God damn. This guy's killing it, dude. So he's got the Mayhem Intimidate. He's got the Cyrus. Damn it. There we go. 570. So immediately, how the hell? Wait, did you not take the extra jewel? No, you do. Wait, what? You do take it, but how are the points messed up? I don't know. I'll ignore that. Let's just put him to 95. You should level up. Oh, did I scroll that? Maybe. Okay, so 866 regen, 570,000 damage. Let's look at what he has. So cold iron points. He's got a +2 minion life helmet. He's got the brass dome. He's got gloves with 18 life. I would highly recommend a new pair of gloves, my dude. These look like they were found in a thrift shop. Let's look at your reses. You're over res too, so you're fine. Ambush boots. Nice boots. Those are beautiful. You don't run phase run, that's fine, or you run it at a lower level. Is Jinx Juju the best? It's pretty good, I guess. I ran it before. You can run it. Skitter, Profane Proxy, nice. We got a pretty bad ring. Like a really oh, it's because it has Chaos Res. That's why he paid so much. Okay, 32 life ring with belt with increased flask life recovery. So I really think you should look at these items. You have no life on the helmet either. I think that fire damage to spells is a prefix that is fire, and so basically it kind of seems like you haven't touched harvest crafting, and so I'm gonna recommend that you... Let me make sure I can do it first. I'm checking as I talk. So really I'm just filling in time as I search this up. This prefix of fire damage to spells is a caster. So yeah, you can... Okay, let me show. Wait, it went back onto its own. Okay, so yeah, you can remove this fire damage to spells with fire or caster. In the garden, and then you'll have an open prefix where you can add life, and you could craft fire, and then I think you'll need to get the chaos somewhere else, which maybe you could do better because you can craft 5 more chaos here. 5 more chaos here. That should make the difference, so that you don't need the chaos on the helmet, and that sounds really good. Actually, you'll be 1 off, I think. You'll lose 15, go down to 4 over. No, you'll be fine. Yeah, so you just need to fix the reses on the other items while getting life and crafting maybe. Yeah, you craft life and you could augment fire to add some fire res to the item if you wanted to keep the helmet. I would highly recommend, and like I said, you could redo these for way better stuff. The large cluster, augment Rotten Claws. For the guaranteed Rotting Claws, augment attack for guaranteed Rotting Claws, and yeah, you have Anima Stone, Primordial Mud, all the jewels. It's decent. You have the Glorious Vanity. You're using the Chaos Res. I like the build overall. Getting at least this 1 cluster with the Rotting Claws is going to help you a lot. If you can get the extra, what you could do eventually, if you wanted to, with this jewel, you can remove lightning, remove cold, augment life, and when you have 2 suffixes like that and you augment life, there's only 2 life mods, so you can only hit life regen and Primordial Bond. So if you hit Primordial Bond first, you have an open suffix and you can add back a res, but if you get the life regen first, then you could still go for a second augment life and get the Primordial Bond guaranteed. So highly recommend crafting up your cluster jewels and potentially going for a second cluster jewel. And yeah, you already have like some of the awakened gems. I really like it. And the other one to look at would be your awakened generosity. You already have that too. Another big thing is honestly just playing the game now, because you look 570k. Ready for this? Not even making those awaken, just leveling them. Your regen goes up. Your physical damage reduction goes up. We can edit this, edit that, this, that. 570k went to 651,000 just to show the effect of that. Not sure if that does anything, just checking. But fixing up the build, you probably want quality on your flame dash. That's usually pretty nice. I know that you're leveling them up and going to get the free quality like you're doing, which is cool. I like that you use the elemental army. This is a solid build. You could get the 20. You don't need that. You get 20 quality on this one though for fun. Either way, this is nice. I like that you use the lower phase run for the just for some move speed while not having the higher dexterity. That's pretty cool. Either way, I think that's super helpful. The tips I've given you directly for your build, like replacing some of the items, fixing them, maybe blessed orbing some of the items, and doing the meta crafting that I talked about, or harvest crafting that I talked about through harvest, it could be really powerful and really easy to make these items that you already have that much better. Either way, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna complete this build review. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the builds. I can't obviously do these videos without you guys submitting build reviews, so thank you. Appreciate it. I'm looking forward to some more. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for all these great builds and questions. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my Patreon and my YouTube members who financially support the channel. Thank you guys for all the support. I can't do this without you guys, and thank you to anyone new who joins the Patreon or the YouTube members today, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!